welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, welcome to my channel. If you are new, this is a channel about cross stitch, so hopefully you're into that. And if you're not, guess what? You might be. So stick around. If you're really not, like, you might want to just, maybe you're into gaming. They have those YouTube channels. Or, I don't know. They have pretty much everything. Anyway, today's Wednesday, the 29th. It is almost October. And, like, I've been getting my Halloween on. So, I think my last video I mentioned that I was kind of just doing what I felt like, right? Like, I was kind of just swee-weeing, stitching what I want, when I wanted. I'm still in that mode, so there's that. But we have a couple things to do today. We have WIPs, we have some haul, we have some other things. So let's just start with WIPs. I don't have very many. I have no full coverage WIPs this week. I have not worked on full coverage at all. I am trying, kind of not very hard, to work on my, let's just take it out now, my Nightmare Before Christmas SAL, because that first block comes out on Friday. And, nope, don't do that. And did I even say my name's Hannah? I don't remember. I know I said this is a channel about cross stitch, but did I even say my name? Anyway, doesn't matter. My name's down there. That's literally the name of my channel. So, anyway, Nightmare Before Christmas, the first block comes out on Friday. And I think the last time I had the whole frame done. You'll see it, what it looked like before picture, like here, while I'm talking about it. But I had the whole frame done, but I'm really trying to get as much of the, like, black top part done as I can. I don't think I'll have it done, because I haven't done too much. I mean, I've done a lot. I've done a lot on it. I don't know how much. I haven't counted stitches either this week. It's been great. I've kind of counted, but I've kind of, like, guesstimated counted. Like, I know that for one strand on this piece, like one strand of black, the length that I use is about 50 stitches, so I know for every 2 strands is about 100. It's over 100, but I've just been going off that, and it's fine. Because I don't use Pattern Keeper as much with this piece, just because I'm just filling in, so I don't really need to, like, look at Pattern Keeper to see where I'm going, because it's all just black right now. So, and I probably won't use Pattern Keeper for the little blocks, because there's not that many stitches within the little block. It's like 200 stitches, and one of them's like 400, so it's not that much. But anyway, here's where we are now. So that's what we're looking like right now. So I think the last video, if I'm not mistaken, now I don't really remember, but I think in the last video I was like here, so I had all this done, but I did all of this, and then I came over here and I'm pretty much done this guy. I have a little bit left, and then I've got this big one left to do. So all of my blocks are done, so I'm ready to go on Friday when this comes out, and then, like, when I'm done this, if I still feel like working on this that night or that day, whatever I'm doing, because they come out daily. So, like, the first one, I think it's this one. This one, it's one of these two. I think it's this one. First one's like this one, and then they come out every day for the whole month of October. So I will be working on this every day to try to keep up with it. And then if in that night that, like, I've done the block, I still have some time, or I still feel like working on this, I'll fill in more black. I might work on this still some more before Friday, but I don't know. And from far away, it looks really good. From close up, you can definitely see, like, the coverage is not great, but I don't mind that. I like being able to see that they're stitches. So this is a 28 count, I think, yeah, 28 count cashel linen in the colorway Michael from Grace Notes Fabrics. All of the fabric information is below if you're ever interested or want to know what I'm doing. And if it's like specialty floss, like a silk, I will list that as well. But the color of the fabric is never right on the camera. It is not any of these colors. I mean, it's kind of. It's like closer to like that because it's got a little bit of gray in it. The Lugana, I got this Michael in a linen and a Lugana. The Lugana is a lot more gray, but the linen does have gray. Like you just have to look at it a little longer to see the gray. But anyway, I've been really loving working on this, especially because it's just easy, because it's just filling in, and I don't have to look at anything, I can just go. So I think like the other day I did like 800 stitches or something, so I got a good bit done, and from far away I really like the coverage of it, and then from close up you can actually tell it's stitching, so that's cool too. And then I'll include a comparison photo here, even though it's just black. It's just black stitching. Okay. And then I did not work on my cryptids this week because this past Friday was a bye week, so it was like a catch-up week, so people could do a little bit of catch-up if they are behind. I have not been behind, so I was kind of sad. I was kind of like, what do I do on Friday? It was okay though because we went to the renfest the next day, so I was kind of glad I didn't stay up because I've been staying up each night till like midnight to finish the cryptids, and I couldn't do that this past Friday, so it was kind of good timing. But anyway, so because we don't have cryptids, I have 3 instead of 4 projects this week. If we did have cryptids, then we would have 4, but we don't. We will this coming Friday, so stay tuned. We will have more. And I might have a couple more starts planned. You'll see. Anyway, so the next piece I'm going to pull out is my, I call it Dracula. It's by Hare Needle. Oh, I forgot to say, the Nightmare Before Christmas SAL is Story Stitches on Facebook. It is a free SAL. And then Dracula is by Hare Needle on Etsy. And they've got some other cute kind of patterns, so I'm possibly going to do another one once this one is done, because they're pretty quick. Or at least this one's been pretty quick. Anyway, hopefully here is what it will look like and where it was last time, since this is not a SAL. So we actually know what it's going to look like. Again, I think the version that they put on there of like the finished piece is a digital, like digitized version, just so that you could see. I don't think that it is a actual product piece. So I don't know, but I think in the pictures, in the like review section, there is a picture, I think, of somebody who finished this, so, and it looks exactly the same. I mean, but anyway, here is where we are now. So, I did a lot. I can't remember exactly where I was last time. I think maybe I had started on her. Maybe I hadn't even started on her yet. I don't know. But anyway, I finished this top half. So all of this is done. They are completely done. We have Jonathan. I always forget her name. And then Dracula. What is your name? Mina. I always forget. I don't know why I forget her name. It's just not like a name that you think of. I don't know anybody named Mina. I think it's longer. I think her actual name's like longer, but it's shortened to Mina. Anyway. And then we have the brides. So we have one here, the start of another one where she'll probably be done like soon. And then we have another one over here. And then we've got a pillar with a plant here, and then candles, all like 4 candles, and then some border, and then a border at the bottom with a skull, and it's amazing. But yeah, I'm loving this. So let me bring it closer to the camera. It's really interesting because, well, I find this interesting. Okay, so maybe y'all won't, but I do. So all of their skin is like 842 or something like that. It's a pale, like, skin tone color, kind of. Really, really pale. But it's not white, because his hair is white, and you can definitely see a difference between his skin and his hair. But the bride's skin is 3865, which is winter white, I think is what it's like called. But their skin is what his hair color is, right? Which I love. I love that. But it's interesting because if you actually like watched the movie, his skin tone at the beginning, like when he is old, is pretty white. Like, it's pretty white. Like corpse-like. So I almost wonder, I guess maybe so that you could differentiate his face from his hair is why they didn't like design it as white as this, but I don't know. Kind of like, is there a paler color that I could have stitched in there? Should I go back and find like a paler skin tone that's not white but like really close? I don't know. Because as a younger man later in the movie, like I could see him having more of a like skin tone color. But like as an old guy, as an old vampire, I don't know, like his skin tone is the same as theirs, and if they're humans, which they are, I'm assuming which they are. I mean, he's never a vampire in the movie. Like, he doesn't get turned. She does. Spoiler alert, if you've never watched Dracula. But if right now, I'm assuming these two are human, and he has the same skin tone. I don't know. There's a lot that I'm kind of questioning a little bit, like, what was the choice here? Why did we make that choice? And I'm still debating whether I'm going to go back and change his skin tone. But I'm definitely not changing theirs, because I love theirs. Anyway, this fabric is called Dusk. It is a 32 count. I don't like doing that. It is a 32 count linen from Steel City. And it's like perfect for this piece. Perfect. And I was questioning, okay, here's another thing that I was questioning. I have a lot of questions with this piece. It's not a question anymore. I like it now. But when I was doing Jonathan, I was worried about his suit because the grays in person, well, okay, while I was stitching, they looked really similar. They're not. You can definitely see the difference. Like, they are not the same. But when I was stitching, I was like, oh my gosh, they're like the same color. They're not. But I was so worried. I think I said this last time. I was so worried that I should have just done black. Like, here. This is all $37.99, which is what the dark gray everywhere is. There's no black in this piece. And at first I was like, before I started doing her, before I even, like, when I was up here, I was like, oh, maybe I should change the dark gray to black because it just doesn't look like it's going to be dark enough. I'm so glad I didn't, because I love this dark gray with her. I think black would be too stark against her, like, pale white skin. So I'm really glad I stuck with the gray and I didn't change that, but I'm definitely, like, thinking about changing this. I don't know, we'll see. I do worry, I think, which is maybe what the designer did, worried about the face blending too much with the hair, and it just looking like he was deformed. Which, he's a vampire, he kind of is deformed, but, you know, he doesn't have, like, balls of skin sticking out of his head, which could look like that if I change his skin. So I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I'm still just going to keep working. If I do, that'll be the last thing that I do. Like, it'll be after I've finished everything, I will decide on what I'm going to do with that. But this is where I'm this is where I'm at. I've been working on this a bit today. I had to frog the candle holders because I did them in the dark gray and they were supposed to be in the medium gray. It's okay. The symbols look similar. They're not the same. They're definitely easy to tell that they're not the exact same. Like, they are so easy to tell, but I just had a brain fart moment when I was stitching and I was like, oh, that's the dark gray. No, it's not. Nope. So, anyway, that's where we are. I love it. I'm super happy. I think I have a frame that this will fit in, like, when I'm done too, so I won't even need to go buy a frame. I have one. So like I said, this is pretty quick stitch. There's only like 12 colors or something in this, so it's not a lot. Okay, how did I manage to do 2 WIPs and take 15 whole minutes? I talked a lot about that piece. Anyway, I feel like Jessie does stuff. Jessie Marie does stuff because she will talk about a piece for a long time, and I don't usually, but like sometimes I do. and right now I feel like her. I love when she talks a lot about a piece because it's like she's really into it, and you can tell she's really into it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop now. Okay, the last piece is a new start. Yes, I did it. I think I mentioned this also in my last video. I was going to be starting a conversion of Celtic Autumn by Lavender and Lace. This one I'm doing the conversion. Ooh, what's her name? Hold on, I have her name. It's 2 different conversions, actually. It combines 2 conversions, I guess. Anyway, let me see if I can find Deborah, Reason, and who's the other person? Deborah Reason and Diana Garland. So Diana Garland originally, like, wrote a conversion out for what we call, I guess, Samhain, or Celtic Samhain, which is, Samhain is Celtic for, I think, Halloween or All Hallows Eve or something like that. But Diana Garland was the first one to, like, do a conversion for it, and then Deborah Reason took her conversion and kind of changed, not the actual lady, she kept the lady as Diana, like, recharted her, but she changed a couple of the other things, like she changed some colors. She uses some Anchor flosses, which was interesting because I've never used Anchor before, so I went to the store and I bought them, and they're on spools, which is awesome, like DMC. Get in the game. Anyway, so I started it, and I'm having a lot of fun. So let me show you. I'm not going to show you what it's going to look like for this one, I don't think, because I don't know if it's going to look the exact same. I don't know. I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. So anyway, here is what we have so far. So yeah, this fabric is the Gracenotes fabric of the month for September 2021. It is called Symphony. It is a 32 count linen, so it's like purple, kind of purple gray. This one is much more purple than the Lugana. The Lugana, again, same as Michael, picked up that gray a lot more. But I knew I wanted to do this on a linen, and I think because there's so much purple in the lady and in the whole piece, essentially, I thought this fabric was going to be, like, perfect for it. So far, I've done almost all of the cotton stitching on this side. I only have to finish this border, this, like, really edge border, and then there's a back-stitched border right next to it that I need to do, but these are all done in the cotton. I still need to put beads and metallic in there, and then the cat is almost done. Colleen, look up. The cat is decapitated, just like your dog was for a long time. I've got a decapitated cat. The collar is a metallic, like copper. So I'm gonna do that when I do all the metallics. So he'll be decapitated for a while. And then the next kind of thing that I'm gonna be hopefully trying to do is the writing across the top. This part is harder because I have all 5 patterns, winter, spring, summer, and autumn, and Noel, Christmas. I have them all, so I'm looking at all of them and finding the letters I need, but then I'm also trying to figure out how to like do the color change across, because it goes from dark to light and then to dark again. So I'm probably going to actually like write it out on like a sheet of paper and try to figure out where I'm going to do the color change. And also the H that's in this word doesn't exist in any of the other pieces. So I think what they said is take the I and like start with the I and then just make it like put the little like bead thing, because there's a bead thing in all of the letters. So there's like a little area where it's like circular and where to put the beads. Put the bead thing where the like connect, the H connects to each other. The bead thing is that. I'm really good at explaining. Just BTW. God, the bead thing, the connector of the H. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's where I am. So stop washing me out. Okay. Ah, there we go. That's pretty darn close. It's a little more, it's showing up a little more blue, as it always does. Everything on my camera turns up a little bit more blue than it is in real life. I would say it's got more of a pink-red undertone than showing up on camera. I'm looking, there's a mirror right behind behind the camera, so I can kind of see what's happening, like what the color difference is, but yeah, it's showing up a little bit more like blue undertone than it actually is, but that's closer. But anyway, like this is not even close at all. Yeah, okay, so that's that. And it's a new start, so we'll see. We'll keep going. Yeah, hopefully eventually I'll start the actual lady. I think I'm nervous to start her because she's really different, color change wise and all that, so I don't know. That's all my whips. That's all I got for whips. Let me check what I'm supposed to be doing next. I wrote down like what order I would like to do the things. So we did get a couple things of haul. So I got a little bit of Stitchy haul and a little bit of not Stitchy haul. I am going to put them together with a quick, and it's not going to be a long like conversation with myself. I am waiting on a lot of haul right now. Like I have a lot of things coming to me. So I'm hoping they'll be here by next video. We'll see. Some of the stuff was supposed to be here today or yesterday and didn't come. So still waiting. So I joined Fabric of the Month clubs last month, in September. I guess this month, but like beginning of this month. So I joined the Grace Notes Stitchers Fabric of the Month, obviously. I'm already using some of their Fabric of the Month. And then I also joined Be Stitch Me's Fabric of the Month club. So I think these are finally hitting mailboxes now. I got mine Monday or Tuesday. I think I got it Monday because I've had them for like, yeah, I think it was Monday because I definitely was looking up patterns to put on these yesterday and I bought some. So anyway, so if you haven't gotten yours and you are in the Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month club and you don't want to be spoiled, I will try to put up like the timestamp here or here one of the sides for you to go to so that you can skip over the fabrics. I don't know how to link the timestamps down below. Maybe Corinne can help me with that because I think they're doing that. Anyway, either way, I'll put the timestamp somewhere on the screen, in the comments, somewhere. I mean, in the description box. I'll put it somewhere so you don't get spoiled. But anyway, here are the fabrics of the month. I am in both the color and the neutral club. I get 32 count linen every time, or I will. This is the first one. So this is the neutral fabric of the month. Look at that. That is so cool. I would never call this neutral. I would not call this neutral. I mean, it is neutral. It's a neutral color, but like, look at it. It's wild. I love it. I'm all for some crazy fabric. It is so cool. Look at that. And it's called After the Harvest. And I do a fat quarter. So, and then for Grace Smith's fabrics, I do a fat half, I think. But yeah, that's the neutral. Oh my gosh, I love this. Like, I'm already so happy I've joined the Fabric of the Month's clubs all over the place. I need to join more, but I don't have enough money, so I'm just going to stick with the two. And then the color, oh guys. Y'all, I'm so glad I'm in the color club. This is the color. Can you just die? Look at this. It is showing up a little more yellow than it is in person. Yeah, it's definitely not as yellow. Like, it's more orange. Orange. But oh my gosh, I love this. It is so bright. It is so bright. I already have a piece to put on both of these. And this is called Pumpkin Patch. And like, yeah, I agree. But, oh gosh, look at that. I just, Anyway, so I've ordered 2 patterns, one to put on this piece and one to put on the other piece of fabric. And I will be starting those hopefully as soon as they get here. And if not, in the next, couple of weeks. And then the only other haul that I am going to show, I have a couple pictures I'm going to put in here. So while I'm talking, I'm going to put in pictures of a couple of things that I got. My husband and I went to, I'm going to start putting up pictures now. So my husband and I went to Renfest on Saturday, this past week. And it was so fun. It was my first Renaissance festival ever. I had never gone to one. My parents weren't like really into that. But I had a lot of fun. I love going to like craft fairs and things like that. And the Renfest was very much like a craft fair with shows and food and a bunch of stuff. And my dog's going to start barking. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, so and a joust. Like, there was a lot more going on than just a craft show, but like it was a craft show, if that makes sense. So, whatever you saw, hopefully you saw the moons. So I got these cute moons that hang in my sunroom. They are glass, so I didn't want to take them down. It's just they're painful to like move, and I will move them eventually because when I put my summer flower, like I have hanging baskets that go up there. So I will move them eventually, but I have them up there now. And then I also bought this little, I don't know what to call it, bird bath thing. It's just a little, I guess you saw it. It's a little bird bath thing. It holds water. When it rains, it holds some water so birds can come and, take a bath and drink out of it if they would like to. I also bought, well, I didn't. My husband bought me this scarf. This is a silk scarf, and I love this so much. Look how pretty it is. It's like a purple, gray, brown kind of color. Kind kind of reminds me of Symphony, actually. The fabric of the month from Grace Notes Fabrics. Anyway, but yes, it's so pretty, and it will work really well when I go to work. So yeah, there's that. And then the last thing that I'm going to show you from renfest are, I got a lot of glass things, not a lot, I mean I got a couple glass things, are these cute pumpkins. These are hand-blown glass. They had like a stand. There were a lot of glass works, like stalls, but this one in the middle of like the very front of the fair, they were actually blowing the glass there. So these ones I bought at that stand, where they were blowing the glass. So Bill bought me this one, my husband, and it's so cute. It's got, like you can see, speckled, and I love the curly stem. Oh, so cute. And then I bought this one. This was the first thing that I bought when I was there. I had to. And it's got like a little curly stem too, and it is so pretty, iridescent. It's so pretty. But anyway, these are glass, so I have to be really careful with them. Anyway, that's all the haul, stitchy and non-stitchy, and then hopefully next week I'll have a lot more because all of my things should be here. The next thing I want to just quickly chat about, I don't remember if I have them saved. I was watching a little bit of Flosstube this week. I haven't watched a whole lot. I was watching a little bit, and oh, did I even? Oh yes, and there is a new person that I've watched. I think she has 2 videos up now, and her channel is called Blue Z Jazz. So BLUE, the letter Z, and then Jazz, JAZZ. Her name is Jasmine, and she is working, she's another person that is working on a wedding piece. She charted a photo of the day of her wedding, and she is stitching it. She is using Pick-to-Pat. I'm using Pixel Stitch, so we're using 2 different programs, but essentially it's the same thing, right? So it was really exciting to see. I watched her first video and she was talking about starting it. She hadn't started it yet. This last video that she put out, she had started it. She had like, I don't remember, like 5,000 stitches or something done at the very top. So it, you know, you can't see much yet, but everybody starts somewhere, right? So it was really, really cool. I was like, oh my gosh. So I think I even commented on her first video. I was like, hi, I also am doing something like this. So it was really cool, and go give her a watch and a follow. She does a couple of things. She's kind of another one of those people, just like, I guess, kind of like me now. She does some full coverage and some not full coverage. I mean, she's, you know, she's like all of us, I guess. We're all a little bit like everywhere, right? And then the last thing that has to do with I'm so sorry, it's like in my throat. Oh, I forgot to mention in my last video, I am COVID negative. I do not have COVID. I forgot to say that in my last video, so thank you everybody who was, you know, wishing me good luck in not having COVID, about that COVID scare that we had a couple videos ago. Nobody had COVID in the office. We all tested negative. So thank you everybody who commented and hoped for, you know, good outcomes. It was a good outcome. The last thing I wanted to touch on is Twitch. I don't know how many people on here have a Twitch, or how many of you use Twitch or do anything with Twitch. I didn't know anything about Twitch. I still really don't know much about Twitch, but I made an account on Twitch because a good friend of mine, she's not like a little person. I mean, she might be short. I'm pretty short. I'm good with short people, right? I'm a fairly short person. But anyway, a good friend of mine, you all know her, hopefully. If you don't know her, go give her a watch too. Her name is Ariana. Channel name is Where Black Sheep Meet. She started Twitching. She's been, I don't know what you call this. Twitch streaming? Yeah, I guess. She's been streaming on Twitch And I, saw the video on YouTube actually first, and I watched it. I was like, this is so fun. So I went and made a Twitch account, and I've been watching her. She streams on Wednesdays and Fridays right now. Her Wednesday videos are fabric dyeing, so she dyes a couple of pieces of fabric with us on the stream, and you can comment. It's almost like Facebook Live, if that makes sense. Like, you can comment and talk to her while she's doing the stuff. It's just a different platform. So she does that on Wednesdays, and then on Fridays she plays this game called Whips Against the Speedrun Dungeon. And it's so fun, and it's hilarious. If you're gonna watch any of the streams, I recommend watching that one, because it's hilarious, and she is working on, I'm not even gonna be able to explain it very well, but we call it the ugly piece, because it's gonna look nothing like what the product image looks like. It was a free pattern that she's doing it on purpose. So it's really fun. We have a lot of fun on there. I recommend, if you are inclined to, watch something else and while it's live, I recommend maybe joining or creating a Twitch account. It is free to create a Twitch account. You don't need to do anything special. You just create it. And you can go and watch her, and there's a whole bunch of other people Twitch streaming. Oh my gosh, she's gonna laugh at me so much through this whole segment. I can just hear Ariana laughing at me right now. Anyway, there's a whole lot of people Twitch streaming, and it's just a good time. I don't know if there are any other cross-stitchers that stream. I haven't looked too deep into it, but I created it so I could watch her WASD, which is Whips Against the Speedrun Dungeon. Okay, there's that. I have one more thing. I didn't think this video was going to be this long. I have one more thing. I just want to say the hugest thank you to literally all of you. I hit 750 the other day. I didn't even know, and I went on, last night, and I saw that I was at 753. I was like, oh my gosh, I've gotten to 750! How? I don't know. But because we're at 750, and that is an interval, that's one of, I've been doing it every 250. Every 250 I've been doing a giveaway. So we are at 750 now. So it's giveaway time! I'm so excited! I love doing giveaways. So this giveaway is very special, and I've already talked to Corinne about this. So I want to give away some Grace Notes fabric. I don't have them because I want you to be able to pick. So I'm going to give away 2 fabrics to I'm trying to decide if I want to do 1 fabric for 2 people or 2 fabrics for 1 person. Either way, it's going to be 2 fabrics. So whether there's going to be 1 or 2 winners, I'm not sure yet. But if you would like to enter, you can. So the rules here are, I guess not the rules, the way this is going to work is I will pay for your fabric. I've talked to Corinne already. So I can pay for the fabric, and then she can ship that to you. Wherever you, the winner, whoever it is, wants them to be shipped to. So all you have to do is be a member of the Grace Notes Fabrics Facebook page on Facebook, obviously, or see them on YouTube, because I know not everybody's on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, they do show their fabrics in their videos. So go see their video, go follow them, subscribe to their channel, and you can see the fabrics there. I would say I'd recommend, if you do have Facebook, please go join the group, because they have albums where you can see the fabric, and they're putting more on, and you don't have to know right away. Like, let's say you win in 2 weeks, because I think I'm going to do a 2-week like span time frame. Let's say you win in 2 weeks, you do not have to have a fabric ready unless you have it. If you know what you want, great. But if you don't know what you want yet, I will, this can be like a very long like process. So if you know, for 2 months from now decide, okay, now I'm going to buy the fabric, fine. That's fine. I'm good with that. We just need to have a way to communicate, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, here, I don't care. Anyway, the rules for this. Please be over 18 or have your parents' permission, because we will need an address to send the fabrics to. And then please don't say giveaway, don't say free, don't say anything. Don't say anything about, like, this type of thing. None of those words. No giveaway, no free, no win, none of that. None of that. Don't want it. Because we'll get some robots and some spammers and some people who don't really want it, but they're just going to go sell it for more money. And I'm not into that. So don't say that. But what you can say in your, whatever, in your comment, words, in your comment, what you can say is Halloween. You can be not into Halloween. Fine. If you're really into Halloween, let me know. Just put the word Halloween, HALLOWEEN. I do not use like a random comment picker, so I will go through and read all of them. So if you do spell it wrong, but I know you're trying to, like, I know what you're trying to say, I will include you in. So yeah, that's the rules. That's the layout. If there's anything updated for next week, I did chat with Corinne earlier, and I mentioned this, and I was like, can we do this? Is this a possible thing to do? She was like, yeah, of course, why not? So please go go join the group on Facebook. I will link that down below, so it's super easy for you. And then, yeah, comment with the word Halloween. Please try to use it, like, in some sort of sentence. If you really don't feel like writing a sentence or anything, you can just put the word Halloween, but, like, get into it! But anyway, I did go through recently and read all of my comments that I have not read. I didn't respond to any of them. I did not have time for that. And I also just kind of was like, ugh, I don't want to. But I did read them all. I did heart them. Thank you so much. There were like a couple from like way back. I don't know what happened to those. Like, I don't know whether they commented like a couple of weeks after the video or what, but like, I read them. I did heart them. So sorry to anybody who like commented on a video from like months ago that I never saw. Or Facebook is just being stupid. I mean, YouTube is just being stupid and not showing me comments. So there's that. That's always possible. Okay, 45 minutes in and we're done. And I didn't think this was going to be that long of a video. But again, thank you so much for all of you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. 750 is like a wild number to hit. Never thought. I'm almost at a year now. I think next week is maybe a year. I never thought I was going to be at 750 in a year at all. So it's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I can't say it enough. Like, I just can't. You're all amazing. So, and there are so many of you that I have become like closer friends with, or I see around more often now because, you know, I realize who you are. I know you. I've seen you comment in my videos, and then we have conversations elsewhere, and we see each other in different places, and it's just really fun. So thank you so much. I will talk to you guys next week, possibly with some new starts, depending on when things get here. If not, there will be a lot of haul, hopefully, as long as things get here. So I think that's everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, and I will talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.